What it is, this is the ghost that taught you the most. Ghost from the motherfucking West Coast. So today, I just wanted to finish off the video for the negative portion of everyone's zodiac sign. The last video left off on Libra. Let's start off on Scorpio. I made a part two like right after that. But I just like looking back at it, it went a little bit too long. And the first video was already almost an hour, so I'm gonna just should have chopped it up right here. I probably could have just did it one on one. That probably would have been a little easier. Probably would have got more videos and stuff like that. But yeah, this is how I'm decided to do it for right now. So we left off on Libra going into Scorpio. Scorpio. Now, yeah, I can speak on this right now because I am a Scorpio. So, I'm gonna have I have a better perspective on, especially with the negatives, are and could be for a lot of people. And one negative that I actually forgot to mention in the last video is a lot of Scorpios could be a little bit too sexual, especially when it comes to the mind. One thing that I did talk about was they have a lot of negative thoughts. I guess that does go into negative thoughts, but they have a lot of negative thoughts, and they can have a lot of um deep, dark, and nasty thoughts. They can have a lot of nasty thoughts. They can have a lot of thoughts about sex. They can have a lot of it's like a lot of thoughts about sex without actually necessarily wanting to have sex. So that could lead into like a whole bunch of things. It could lead into this, like, that's why fucking Scorpios can become pretty secretive and stuff like that. 9 times out of 10 you can catch a Scorpio. These are the type of people you catch them fucking doing stuff alone that ain't nobody. It's a time and a place. Like, yes, that you could catch. That's the pretty much the energy of Scorpios. Being caught like in the act of something as well. Being caught in the act. It could be the act of cheating, the act of pleasuring oneself. Shout out to my Scorpios. That's a lot of them. That's a lot of us out there. No cap. You like, if you are around a Scorpio, if you're close enough to a Scorpio, 9 times out of 10 you probably have caught them in that sort of state. But yeah, that is one thing that can turn negative if they don't keep that in check and stuff like that. One thing that I did explain is, okay, yeah, Scorpio is a water sign as well. Not only is it a water sign, it's a fixed water sign. So that means that it's staying fixated or stubborn into its own way of how to do something. And in Scorpio's case, it's just water. It's a fixated way of how to feel your emotions. So a lot of the time, Scorpios like to harbor emotions and just emotional situations and shit like that. So if you've done something to a Scorpio, or like if you went through something, anybody who's a Scorpio does understand what I'm talking about. That you may not always see it on the surface, but if you did something that affects a Scorpio person, male or female, they even if they don't express it, they will feel that, and they will either do something in return in some way, shape, or form, no matter what and that goes into whoever that person is on their personal journey. Or they could just straight up detach from you, like just to call out like that one they was there, now they not. So you know when it comes into the Scorpion, they're also dealing on the negative side with a lot of regret, rage, jealousy, controlling. They could be very controlling. It's shit like that. You gotta remember that Scorpio is ruled by Mars, and Mars is a very volatile and aggressive planet. So that part when it comes to rage and regret and shit like that, and you don't ever want to feel over too much regret as being a Scorpio, or you don't ever want to be too excited either. Scorpios don't necessarily like gray areas, but sometimes you might have to learn that there's gonna be gray areas anyways. So yeah, just kind of learn that in your life. It might be hard, but just kind of learn that sometimes there is a gray area. But yeah, that's Scorpio for you. Sagittarius, it would be the next one. Now Sagittarius, they could just be a little bit too free. They're a little bit too free, a little bit too open, a little bit too opinionated, or opinionative, however you say it. They got a lot of opinions, and they're gonna want to express them. Whether you give a fuck about their opinion, whether you agree with their opinion or not. They are a fire sign. Fire is expressing one's feelings. That's the thing with the fire and water signs. Water, they're both dealing with feelings, but just in two different ways. Water is emotionalizing the feelings, and fire is expressing or visualizing the feelings. So, that's the two things with the feeling signs. Also Sagittarius in particular, they are more about just being free and open to express oneself how one wants to express oneself. That's why the ninth house is dealing with free will, free, like your opinion, your points of views, your philosophical point of views, your philosophy on life, God, and all that good shit when it comes to religion or whatever you're believing. Even if you're an atheist, like a lot of Sagittarius can be atheists, very scientifical. You got some Sagittarius that can be very religious. But just the main theme of Sagittarius is absorbing themselves in knowledge. That's pretty much it. So it doesn't matter necessarily what the knowledge is. That's gonna be the main trait of Sagittarius is knowledge. But yeah, Sagittarius, since they are so free and open, and sometimes that can get them in some shit, especially throughout the mouth. A lot of the mutable signs, that is one thing that the mutable signs have in common. They all can be very talkative. It don't even matter what the element is. You don't have to be an air sign. A mutable sign is gonna be talkative. Like they're gonna talk. They're gonna say something. Expect that from air signs. Even if they're not saying something at the moment, expect at some point they're gonna start talking about whatever the fuck is on their mind. But Sagittarius in particular, they're very open with their opinions, and some of them may be even down to like debate and even like clash swords about their opinion and what they believe and shit like that, because of that sextile when it comes to motherfucking Aquarius and shit like that. But you don't like, it could be negative when it comes to like family members and shit like that, because you could be fighting tooth and nail about whatever you believe in and shit like that, not even realizing that sometimes what you believe in, sometimes that, like a lot of times, that should just be for you. Like the way you see God, that shit is just for you. So for you to actually come out your mind and your mouth and just start actually like verbally and mentally fucking debating and fighting tooth and nail but especially like family members and close ones, it's automatic negative. But some, it can be positive. Like these are people who they can have very interesting points of view. So it could be good. Like they have a good time just talking and conversating and shit like that, and seeing like how they see shit and shit like that. Because at the end of the day, Sagittarius are usually 9 times out of 10 are gonna be wise. Especially the older ones. That is like their little thing. It's either you're wise or you're a fool. So the fool, yeah, you're gonna be arguing and debating your family members about what they believe in, just because they believe some shit. You probably just try to figure out more of why they believe what the fuck they believe and shit like that. or just trying to like be like an authority, or think you're a common sense level or something like that. But yeah, at the end of the, yeah, that's one thing too. Like Sagittarius can be either too smart for their own good, like an air sign, or just think that they too smart and just end up being fucking like sneaky and shit like that. That's the thing. That's the thing with Gemini and Sagittarius, is that they both, that's both the they have a similar thing when it comes to angels and demons. Both have access to both of them type of spirits. They have access to both angelic and demonic spirits, both Gemini and Sagittarius. Happy birthday to all my Geminis out there. I wish y'all a great one. But yeah, Sagittarius for sure. And another thing about them is they have false morals. They can have false morals, like faulty morals and shit like that, and they can be very what is it called, contradicting. Yeah, they could be contradicting if they don't know themselves and shit like that. Or they'll be talking all bad about one thing and turn around start doing that shit. But yeah, that's Sagittarius for you. His negative side is they can think they're way more moral, or like, or morally correct. They can think they're extremely morally correct than you maybe are, and shit like that, and probably take that to an extreme. They take a lot of shit to extreme. That's the thing right there. Sagittarius. Moving on to Capricorn. The negative side of Capricorn is I explained it in my last video. Capricorn, they may not have any positives. Capricorn is a devil. They may not even have any positives. Like, it's the same with Virgo as well. Virgo and Capricorn, they positives are also they negatives. The same thing that they positives is the same reason why they're positive is also the reason why they're negative. So, in Capricorn's case, Capricorn is the most negative thing about them is that they cannot have emotion. They cannot really be very emotional. They could not really be. They could be very emotionally detached and not really give a fuck about the emotions, even their own. But like, in a business construct, that can be awesome. That's great. And even in just regular day-to-day life, that can be great in some instances. But when it comes to like the other side of life, and just family, friends, loved ones, close ones, that can be negative. Like you can't just sit down, and you can't just genuinely sit down and just feel in the moment. Like you can't just sit back and just have satisfaction. That's one big thing that they deal with. Capricorns, and even Virgos to a certain degree, they can never really be truly emotionally satisfied. Always wanted to see themselves, somewhere. Always wanted to see themselves at the top. Always want to see themselves in a nice position and shit like that. You can't just sit back and just genuinely be yourself with loved ones, with people that care about you. You care about them and shit like that. Now, it's not saying like, oh yeah, this Capricorns just don't care, don't have emotions at all. No, yeah, everybody has emotions and shit like that. But it's just the way that they deal with them. They more or less, they like to put their emotions in a bottle or in a box, or however you want to say it. They like to bottle their emotions up and not express them until it's actually time for it, until it actually makes sense. So with that, Capricorn, they can be essentially how it plays out in reality is they can be more about business than pleasure. They take things more business than personal. They may actually be a type of person. I have to tell people from time to time, I'm gonna take it personal. I take it personally, and whatever it is, relationships, family-ships, all types. Don't take it personal. But when it comes to shit like family, because remember the opposite is cancer. That shit don't work. That shit don't fly. But yeah, really just honestly, because all the earth signs have a hard time. Sometimes they can be so materialistic that they look at people as um material. They look at people as objects. They can on the most negative degree. All the earth signs can do that. Not even just the earth signs. Just there's a negative. That's just a negative thing in general. But on the negative side, yeah, they can look at people as their pawns, as their not their toys, but they can look at people as their as well, their workers. You can't boss around your mom. You can't boss around your family members. You can't boss around your siblings and shit like that. You feel me? Your siblings ain't your pawn to go, do something. It's like shit like that. You can't do that. You have to kind of consider that. Oh, people have feelings of their own. Just because you like to bottle yours up and you like to make your feelings useful for you, that don't mean that that's what everybody do. You feel me? So that's the one thing that Capricorns be having to realize, that okay, everybody not coming from that sort of lens. Not everybody coming from that, but that be like essentially just remember to give a fuck about your actual situation and not try to dive all your energy into like business and shit like that. Now, yeah, like I said before, from a business, from a career standpoint, that could be great. But if you can't, if you gotta, like, you might gotta learn from like the water sign. You might even need to drink a little bit of water. Hey, at that, hold up, everyone. This is a reminder and a PSA. Happy birthday to all my Geminis. Remember to drink your water. It's getting hot out there. I'm in the city of Las Vegas. So, if you've ever been out here, it's kind of sluggy a desert out here. So it gets like 100 something. Drink your water, okay? Or just drink some liquids, man. Drink something. Put some liquids in your body. Like if you don't like water, drink fucking electrolytes. Like you gotta be Gatorade. Put a packet up in the water or something. I don't know. Go drink some juice. Go drink something, man. But yeah, before this video gets too long, excuse me. But before this video gets too long, we're at Capricorn. The negative side of Capricorn is that they can just be not very emotional. They could just want to play the position. That's it. That's all I want to do. I want just play the position I'm in. No, they can have with the earth signs. This earth sign in particular, they can choose either the Taurus aspects or Virgo aspect, aka okay, just riding the car. Okay, if Earth is a car, right? We're gonna use the example for Earth as a car. If Earth is a car, Taurus would be the car itself, and we're about to drive this motherfucking car until the fucking wheels fall off. I'm not gonna stop until the wheels fall off. I don't care what's going on. I don't care what anybody thinks. It's rust bucket, whatever. I'm gonna ride this fucking car till the fucking wheels fall off. Virgo is okay. Yeah, we got the car, right? But hey, how about we add some hydraulics? Or how about we add a nice fucking engine up in that bitch? Let's put that money from the checks that we getting from going to fucking work every day, going to point A to point B. Okay, let's put some tents. Let's put a fin on the fucking trunk. So Virgo is more like, okay, hey, let's add on to what's already there. Earth is okay, what's already there. Taurus is utilizing what's already there. Virgo is okay, let's add on to what's already there. Capricorn is initiating and creating a new way, a new way of how to think and practicalize. It's practical. It's cardinal Earth. So Taurus is fixed. Virgo is mutable. Capricorn is cardinal. So cardinal is, since it's initiating a new way of how to do that, Okay, it can pick or choose either one that's trying to do. Okay, I can ride the wheels. I can ride it until the fucking wheels fall off, or I can, try to add on to it and try to keep it as long as possible. It's gonna stay for, regardless, it's gonna stay for a long time. That's how Earth is. It's gonna stay for a long time. So, I plan on having this for a long time. So, I can either just ride it till the wheels fall off, or I can add on to it. But the most highest concept of this is, okay, since I learned how to do either or, let's go ahead and utilize that to the most maximum degree. So let's go ahead and let's go ahead and fucking initiate and create a fucking business about, okay, yeah, these fucking these cars that's up in the lot right now. So is we a fucking, okay, what is we? Is we a luxury car lot? Is we a used car lot? That's Capricorn. Okay, Taurus is having the earth, the material. Virgo is adding on to the earth material. So it's not just having it, it's adding on to it and worrying about what comes before and after that. Capricorn is initiating the most maximum fucking potential of that shit. Okay, so let's go ahead and build a business about adding on to fucking cars and shit like that. Let's go build a fucking pop-up shop. Let's go make a used car lot. Make some money off this bitch. And all of them are making money, but that's just, the representation for Capricorn. That's the most positive outcome for Capricorn cardinal Earth. The most negative is that they could try to do that concept like in personal life too, though. Like that'd be the negative. Like you can't initiate a business, like your mom doing your laundry for you. You can't initiate a business off of that. You feel me? Like yeah, your mother, your brothers and sisters, your parents are your coworkers, siblings are your fucking employees. Your mom isn't your employee. Like, come on, your dad isn't your employee, man. Like, but yeah, that's Capricorn for you. Aquarius. So that's all my Aquarius out there. So, Aquarius, their most negative flaw is similar to Capricorn. They are very detached from emotions. I would say they're the most emotionally detached sign out of the zodiacs. That's why I like sometimes, because they easily they can easily look from the outside looking in. Everybody can't do that. Some signs just won't do that. A Leo won't do that. Like, because Leo and Aquarius are opposites, but some signs just can't do that. Aquarius has an easy time looking from the outside, looking like Libra. They like to look from other people's shoes. Aquarius just likes to, like, just straight up look from an outside perspective. They may just straight up like to look at themselves from an outside looking in point of view. So that's why they can talk a lot. They can talk a lot and try to see what everybody thinks and do things to try to see how people think of them and shit like that. Not even realizing all the time that you can't get the full mind of everybody. So these are people that all air signs can do this, is just think that they know somebody more than they actually do. They think they know somebody more than they know themselves. But not even realize that sometimes, it just be shit that be portrayed. Like, it just be shit that be being shown in the moment a lot of the time. So it's like the face card that they were showing you in the moment, that's not always gonna be them forever. So it's like, you know, everybody not gonna be the same person forever. Like, so yeah, essentially, like, Aquarius can make up characters in their head about people and how people look at them and shit like that, and base all their actions off of that. Which there's goods and bads into that, but sometimes, especially from the outside looking in perspective, they might like sometimes they if you're not doing it right, if you're not being the intelligent Aquarius, you just gonna look like a fucking fool. You gonna look like a fool for one, and for two, you're gonna look goofy. You're gonna look fucking goofy. You're gonna look like you don't make sense. You're gonna look like you fucking talk too fucking much. You're gonna look like you don't really know too much. Like you gonna look like you gonna look like you asking too much questions, and it's like, okay, motherfuckers is gonna start questioning you. Why you asking so much questions? Do you not know yourself or some shit? Do you not know what the fuck is going on right now? Are you actually capable in the motherfucking mind? And that's the whole thing that Aquarius is dealing with. They whole motherfucking lives. Is you capable in the mind or not? Now they another negative is that they can look at other motherfuckers like they're not capable in their mind and shit like that. They're just dealing with all that because they didn't deal with that for so long, especially the older ones. They may just start looking at everybody like, damn, maybe nobody fucking know what the fuck they doing in the mind. But then again, Aquarius is the sign of associations and shit like that. So you don't ever want to, as an Aquarius, just be like that. You be in a position where you can look at everybody like they fucking just stupid and retarded, and you the fucking common sense level over them. Because you do that shit too much, you gotta remember that. It was probably Aquarius the first person who said that you are who you associate yourself with, people, places, and things. So it's like if you sitting around looking at everybody around you as fucking stupid and retarded and not mentally capable, then what the fuck do you think you are? It's like shit like that. It's like shit like that. Aquarius can also be guilty by association, especially the ones younger in life and shit like that. That's where guilty by association even comes from. Remember that Capricorn and Aquarius are both ruled by motherfucking Saturn. Saturn don't give a fuck about your feelings. Saturn don't give a fuck about the way you acting or what you showing right now. Saturn is the results of whatever you got going on. So yeah, a lot of Aquariuses may if they not using the intelligence right, if they're not using the intelligence right, they're not gonna be able to know where people are coming from and base their the way they're acting from a false pretense of how they think people want them to act. But then at the same time, nobody even told you to act like that. Anybody even told you to do that. So I at the end of the day, I got an Aquarius ascendant. I understand. I get with where the fuck I get what the fuck be going on, man. Like it's just you motherfuckers be thinking they too smart for their own fucking good, and you be in that space for so fucking long, you gonna get proved the opposite. Opposites always a law of attraction. Opposites are always gonna attract. You know, so you feel like you the smartest thing in the world. Trust and believe you're gonna meet a circumstance and situation that's gonna show you that okay, you're not as smart as you probably thought you were. And you could have been fucking been doing all this consistent shit for years, proving oh yeah how smart you fucking are. That's another thing too. Aquarius could be so smart because I believe that Aquarius is the most intelligent sign all the zodiac signs, but they could be so smart that they fucking prove themselves right so much that when they finally do run into that situation, the opposition, somebody that don't meet they actual expectation can fucking throw them the fuck off. Will throw them the fuck off. A motherfucker they thought they was getting over on, find out they fucking cheating on them with a motherfucker they probably brought around. Like so, it's like Aquarius gotta be real quick, careful with people, places, and things, and just associating them with shit in your mind that it may not even be true. You gotta remember that you right next to motherfucking Pisces. This is the next one we getting into right motherfucking now. But yeah, Yeah, Aquarius, they just be so smart for their own good, but at a certain point you be so caught up in that fucking in that energy that when it does come to bite you in the motherfucking booty, you sitting here looking at yourself as dumb, and there ain't really nobody else to blame, but just look at yourself as fucking stupid and start to separate from motherfuckers. So you don't ever really want that, or you want to do that in an intelligent way. So yeah, to all my Aquarians out there, just remember that everybody ain't the face card that that they show you. You ain't gotta be an asshole to them. Fuck the example, okay? You just remember that everybody ain't what you always making them out to be. Other people have intelligence too, and don't be afraid to just expand your horizon, expand your boundaries and shit like that. Learn from your sextiles, which would be Sagittarius and motherfucking Aries. But yeah, yeah. I'm going into Pisces though. Pisces is mutable in water. Mutable meaning you want to adaptable and changeable into your own other way of how to do something. So Pisces is the last sign of the zodiac. So it's like technically they got the energy of all the signs and shit like that. But just to make it simple, Pisces, the most negative side to Pisces is that they could just straight up be crazy. They could be getting attacked from all motherfucking sides and not know what to do about it. Motherfucking choose faces and places and cases that may not suit the situation at the moment. All sorts of shit. All immutable signs can be looked at. Any sign can be looked at as they need a straitjacket, but that shit may happen a lot more to Pisces, a lot quicker for Pisces than any other sign, just because, like I said, they are pretty much like Pisces is the last sign of the zodiac, so they have the energy of all the signs, so they be getting attacked by all types of spirits and entities and things that just want to use them. So it for Pisces, sometimes it can be like, okay, what's real and what's fake, which one of my thoughts should I act on, and which one should I just leave in the abyss. And that fucking whole concept right there, Pisces could deal with that shit their whole fucking lives, and it could get bad for them and for their close ones and shit like that, because fucking if a Pisces, it's extremely important for Pisces in really all signs, but really the water signs, and especially in Pisces case, to understand that your thoughts and feelings are not yours. You get your thoughts and your feelings from the external environment. So I tried to use this example in my last video. If you witness a fucking car crash in front of you, them thoughts that you have after that are thoughts coming from what the fuck you just experienced, with your eyes are going into your motherfucking mind. So it is very important to understand that for everybody, that your thoughts are not always yours. Your thoughts are not always you. So for Pisces in particular, it's very important for them to know that, because they can get took by any type of spirits, all types of spirits. So that's why it's extremely important for Pisces to know how to motherfucking. It's important for Pisces to know how to ride them waters and ride the motherfucking waves. Because if you don't, you gonna get took, and you gonna get took to places that you ain't even got no business being over there. Like, Pisces is like the energy of a fucking trash drifting in fucking sea. Like Pisces is the whole ocean in general, right? But imagine like fucking trash bag just floating in fucking sea. It's not even supposed to fucking be there. Like why the fuck does a man-made motherfucking plastic bottle have any business doing in the fucking middle of the ocean where nobody can even really have access to? You feel me? Like, yeah, it get crazy though. It get crazy though. So like, it's important. It's extremely important for Pisces to understand that all the thoughts that they get, all of them are not you. And it takes a very strong Pisces or a very older Pisces to kind of understand like, oh, okay, like all of that shit ain't me. All of that shit ain't me. Some of that shit might be fucking illusion. Oh, fucking illusion. You gotta keep that shit up there. Keep that shit up there. You might not even need to express that shit. You might that face card might not be the one that needs to come out at the moment. Like that shit might not be the shit that motherfuckers is looking for. That's the answer to all your problems, bro. Like, you might be jumping into the whole opposite bag. Like, man, like it get fucking bad. Like, so yeah, yeah, Pisces can naturally just look like they need a straight jacket and shit like that. But like at the same time, if you get a real strong Pisces or a Pisces that they truly know themselves and what they capable of, okay, these are really powerful individuals, especially when it comes to the mind and creativity and creation of the mind, which we call that pulling from your imagination. These people can be fucking superstars in that area. Like be able to pull something from the imagination is like so cold, like and bring that shit to reality. Like it really had the power to change life or reality and shit like that. Make reality look more like them and how they be doing shit like that. All artists be doing that shit, but that's the way that Pisces is supposed to do it. Like be learn to be more grounded. All the water signs need to learn to be more grounded, but learn to actually like incorporate them healthy imaginations and healthy visions into your routines or patterns. You be a cold ass motherfucker for sure. Oh, but yeah, yeah. Another negative thing with Pisces is because like I said, they have the energy of all the zodiac signs. Pisces can just have just straight up just have fucking evil and conniving thoughts. Like just straight up. Just straight up. And then they because they a water sign, that thought that they had, like they may feel that shit so much. Like, did I just think that shit right now? Are you serious? Like like, oh no, that shit can't be me. Oh shit. Oh like really just worrying and stressed about shit you probably ain't got no business worrying and stressing about. Everybody has thoughts that they ain't mean to have. You feel me? Everybody has visions and shit that they ain't mean to fucking I ain't mean to create. I don't mean that in these, but like in Pisces' case, like they may do that shit all the time to a point where they just come across as the most nicest, the most pleasant people ever, the most like you know charitable soul ever. You feel me? But you're really in the back of their motherfucking mind. They think about some cold, completely evil, fucking cuckoo, fucking crazy shit. You feel me? And that's how they make up for it right there. Everybody being super kind and caring and nice to everybody. Oh God, oh God, for sure, for sure. If you Pisces, you know what the fuck I'm talking about. For sure, for sure. Them motherfuckers be having them motherfuckers be shit. Yeah, you have a smile. They have a smile on their face talking to everybody. Meanwhile, he's sitting here thinking about killing everybody. Shit. They have whole bloodbath. Everybody could get it. Shit. Oh God. Shit, but you see they smiling. Oh yeah, yeah. Oh god, man, my Pisces be crazy, man. Like, oh god, hey, shout out to Pisces though. They some real powerful individuals, especially on the high octave side. They can be like real powerful and would create all types of shit for sure. Take everybody to the fucking so everybody we're the end of the rainbow at. Shit, oh god, we all be eating good. Shit, on me, But yeah. Also, Pisces needs to understand that sometimes you be playing out other people's dreams and imaginations and shit like that. So, like that's another reason why it's very important to understand your thoughts and where they coming from, because all of them is not you. All of them is not what you created. Some of them could be like the other shit coming from other people, places, and things. They like Pisces is they so sensitive that they could fucking, and I don't mean sensitive as like crybabies, but they sensitive to the environment to the point where they can get certain like thoughts and visions that are really coming from the external environment, but they think that shit is them. Get random fucking thoughts, get these these visions and shit like that are coming from the environment that's probably coming from somebody else or some shit like that. Pisces is the type of sign like they'll just start crying for no reason and not understand why that's happening. That's why Pisces need earth signs. They need earth signs around for sure. They need earth signs around for sure. If they ain't got earth in if they ain't already got earth in their chart, they need to have earth around some sort of a earthly thing or just straight up a earth sign, like for sure to not get drifted off into that world of dreams and imaginations and shit like that, where we all be at. We all gotta go back there at some point and shit like that. We go back there every night and shit like that. But Pisces may live there and that be their reality, and not actually being in the reality here and shit like that. So they need earth signs to kind of anchor them down and hold them down, like so they don't drift off too far. You feel me? Cause yeah, they will get the vibes and the emotions of others and shit like that, and sometimes may not know what to do with it. But yeah, that's Pisces for you. That's Pisces for you. I think I'm gonna cut this right here. This was the negative side to all of our zodiac signs, to everybody, each and every one of us. You feel me? From Aries to motherfucking Pisces. You feel me? You know, hopefully I could go a little bit more in depth later on. I feel like it's so that's why I love doing this shit, because I feel like there's always gonna be something to know. There's always gonna be something that can be learned. There's always gonna be something that can be said about these signs and these seasons, shit like that. So stay tuned. I'm be here. But yeah, if you made it this far into the video, thank you. I truly do appreciate it. If you were actually fucking with it, give it a like, give it a subscribe, do all that good shit. Let's get this show on the motherfucking bro. But yeah, I'm gonna see y'all next time. This is the ghost that taught you the most. Ghost from the motherfucking West Coast. Hey, gang, word.